What up, my devil? Sensei-tutum here with another video for you. So, this week's going to be a public video just because I looked at the old uploads and noticed I haven't done one in quite some time. So, I'm going to actually do the same content I was going to do if it wasn't a public upload. So, lucky you guys. Well, maybe lucky you guys because it's one of my trade hunts and might make you some damn money. Usually these do. First I want to follow up on last week's trade hunt, and didn't find anything amazing in that one. Was more alerting to the potential setting up of some really good trades. So I want to talk about those, and I want to talk about where they are. The best ones that I was highlighting, I don't think I've quite set up yet, but so a couple equities first. Hang with me. We'll get to some cryptos because after we do last week's, we'll get into look at some cryptos and see where the trades are setting up there. And Coinbase is one of these equities, and if you're a crypto investor and you don't own any crypto stock, which there aren't many options, Coinbase, it's kind of weird. But if you're just a trader, you're a trader. But I feel like if you believe in the crypto space, even if you don't like Coinbase, you should probably have some. Anyway, just a good trade setting up all the way around, period, that we'll talk about. So the first one was Pfizer. We talked about in the video. I had said that we had that news about the their new COVID treatment last week that had this pump, and basically came to the conclusion through previous price history that pumps like this, when a lot of times, depending on the stock, you can actually try to fade those depending on what happens. But I came to the conclusion that you're looking for the next long. At the time of the video, we were about here. I said that you had missed this test of the trend line, which wasn't actually an algo entry. It was missed. But you missed the test of this trend line, and that you're gonna have to wait for the next one. Well, the next one actually happened not too long after. I personally missed it, but I believe this will continue on, likely. Let's see. Got some divergence there, but anyway, beautiful three swing move down right into the trend line. It was an easy trade if you were watching it, so could have made money on that one. Next one I showed was Tesla. It was up here at the top. I was saying that we should at least retrace to this area, and then we had gotten into pretty quickly. I don't know. We were in here somewhere. Pretty quickly got down to here. I'll show the Discord. I don't usually do this when it's public, especially. But just so you guys know that I'm not bullshitting you here, that I said here that okay, we got to the area that I've been talking about, but it really wasn't looking like a buy. And then there was no update from that until said that it looked pretty juicy. Multi-time frame, multi-pivot divergence into confluence. I did this for juicy. I wonder if anybody got that. Anyway, I like to say juicy. So we bought that, and by we I mean me. So that's currently a winning trade, but it ain't looking the best. So it's a winning trade up to here. Decent little winner. And there was a couple of different ways to approach it. It clearly looks like a three swing move. And now that we're breaking way out of this, it looks like it's not definitely. I mean, I won't say definitely, but the probability of continued move to the downside seems pretty high at this point. What I chose to do earlier today when we were right here, reacting at this point, I chose to add to my position with a tight stop down here. So basically what's going to happen is it's going to wick down, stop me out, and it's going to go to the moon. But that's just, it's how I rolled with this one, boys. But I haven't checked it in a bit, but it's I believe from where I added here to where it finished off, maybe not with this little red at the end, I was actually more up on the position than when it was here with my original entry. So this is whatever, locked in winner. And it's either going to be a really good dinger or just that's nice, worst case. So I don't know if anybody was trading that with me. And that's how I traded it. I just traded this on regular shares. So you guys take that information as you will. And these are the only videos I really try to talk about the way I'm handling trades, and definitely usually don't do that in public, but that's what you're getting. So that's how I'm handling this trade. Again, be aware of this potential for a 3, and it's looking like it's the leading contender at this point with such the breakout of the base trend at the bottom side. Potential for more downside weakness on Tesla, another lower low. It's just for those that might care, see where to start thinking about. Again, yeah, it could come down here. Yeah, forget about all that right now, but I like it to come down, potentially test this area if this does come to fruition. Here, then here. T1, T2. Primary. Probably T1, to be honest. All right, so, you know, current trade could be meh. Let's just check this real quick. I don't think I talked about this in the video, so there's stuff going on with this one too. But let's get over to Coinbase real quick, and then we'll check. We'll talk about a Bitcoin trade I don't call trade, so I'll stipulate a nice little setup I showed that actually turned out to not be a great setup, but still could have made. If you trade a low time frame trade correctly, you still should have made money. I didn't at all because I totally missed it because I saw the setup and it was early in the morning. My kids woke up, and by the time I got them all situated, it had come down, hit the fill exactly, and dillied straight to the roof. Okay, Coinbase. We were up in here. Actually, we were somewhere in here. And I was saying that it was likely that we were getting into the area of a top and that a retrace would be a nice buy. If you like Bitcoin and you have a stock portfolio, I don't know why this wouldn't want to be on your radar. So if you're a crypto enthusiast, I would be into this thing. Now, I don't know exactly how this is going to obviously play out on the backside here, but yeah, so we quit not too long after the video, had this straight dilly down. Actually, it continued on. I think we were in here when the video was made, and it continued on, and I was like, bummer. It looks like I think I even made a post like the pullback's not going to happen. You know, but it did, and you know, I wouldn't have rushed in here, and I think I cautioned as much that, you know, even if it continues on, I mean, you don't want to chase, man. You don't want to chase. But it's looking like this is going to be dying out. Looks like a nice little zigzag forming. It's getting kind of deep. Or it's already deep. Currently truncated, so it's through there. I put these level prices and shit on for you guys. I don't care about that stuff personally. When I'm looking at a chart, it's just clutter. I just care about, I know what these colors mean, and just care about where it's going to turn. Rarely do I know, you know, a lot of times people ask me, you know, about an idea, and they'll be like, well, what's the price? And it's like, I have no idea. It's just a line on a chart, man. Zigzag into here. And the low, it's getting in the range of, it could be sideways-ish when it does retrace, meaning that it doesn't advance the move that substantially to the downside. right to the 50. So this creeps up to there. Yeah. 786. If this creeps up to the 786 and then goes down 1 to 1 and into this confluence line that had nothing to do with this 50 when I just drew it, I'm looking at a confluence of factors. Basically, I'm looking at the volume profile. I'm looking at the price on the chart, and just seeing how significant of a level I think that it is. And of course, this is very subjective placement of these levels, but I often find that they are extremely useful for me. So doesn't necessarily mean that if you do it, they'll be as good, but that's how I do it. So, but it's really not, it's not rocket science. Yeah, so this one's still setting up, and when it happens, like, I think this is like big deal because it's a stonk that you could potentially want to get in and hold. Like, in my opinion, this is on the level of potentially like Apple in the 80s. So let's just give a say that we come back there. You only get something like that. Oh, that's only 33%. Not great for crypto, but not bad. Oh, that's 60%. That's really good for crypto. Oh, that's 120%, and it's in a stock. So if this is a wave 3 to follow, I don't care. I don't care what you trade. This is a good trade. You know, just what's the risk to reward on that? This is different now, by the way. I never use this thing, and it just pops the damn thing down, and you don't. Anyway. Almost 16 to 1. Yeah, we'll take those. We'll take that risk reward. All right, so that was sort of following up from the video from last week. I did talk about DOT, but I was not super committed on it, and I said that if you did want to trade it, you'd have to be pretty tentative. But did say that, I don't remember where we were, but basically, yeah, I haven't been trading it this week, but I don't see a great trade here. Oh, another one that I've been waiting on with the members faked me out. Faked me out, man. Cardano, this fucker. But really, I just think it's opportunity because this thing is primed to go. Like, if you're one of the few people from the public that watch, you're welcome. If you weren't looking at this, it's primed to go. Been waiting for it. Faked this out here. Opportunity to get more. I think there's big things happening with this project. I'm not sure. I don't really keep up with the fundamental shit. And that's not at all why I'm interested. I'm interested because of the chart. I'm interested because the last time, this one likes to make you forget about it. A lot of cryptos do this, but let's just say it's a decent 2x opportunity, man. I'm not saying put all your money into this thing. I'm just saying this is a nice trade. Like, from here to here, which is a conservative target, 75%. Now, if you were down here, where you should have been, it was 2x. That's where I'm at. Probably gonna average, add more to the average. This is definitely a nice one setting up. And if you're wrong, again, let's break out the risk reward calc here. So let's say you got in now, or maybe you wanted to wait because it does look like it's got a. Let's say you get in here, not quite there. Breathe in, Mike. Sorry about that. 6 to 1. It's simple trading, dude. It is simple chart, simple setup. If you're wrong, you can afford to be wrong like this 7 times before you lose money. 6 times, and all you have to do is be right once, and then you're even. But let me tell you, if you're trading stuff like this, you're not going to be wrong 6 times. This is an easy way to make money. And there's no guarantees, and I won't guarantee that this is going to work out, but this is quite a solid trade, and I've been preaching to the members, and now I'm preaching to the free guys, since there's not that many, so don't feel like giving away too much to the masses. All right, so let's see. Is there anything else we want to talk about? We might as well just go look at the Bitcoin. Look at the Bitcoin here. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that seems pretty self-evident. I don't want to let Sam's doing the Bitcoin Friday tomorrow. I don't want to let all the chicks out of their eggs. Yeah, I'll definitely be updating the members with what to expect and what to do here. Definitely multiple trades coming up that I can see right here on the horizon, but I won't disclose those at the moment. Let's check ETH real quick. Actually, let's just see if there's anything setting up. This one's... Someone brought this to my attention. That's not bad, right? I mean, you missed this down here, but maybe it's going to come down test lower. This is, if you can't read, Cosmos to Tether, trades on KuCoin. I mean, it seems like a lot of the space is setting up for a buy. Atom. Yeah. I want to see how this next wave ends, and it looks like there's a lot of opportunity. I mean, this is not a, by the way, on Sol, this is not a super clean finished count, but just showing here 5 swings. All right, now we're showing all the goodies. That I don't know. I don't have a completed thought here. So if you're over here, if you're actually looking closely and not just listening on your phone or something, don't take anything from this chart. Let's see here. Based on Ethereum's prior interactions with its trend line, it looks like there will be continued to move to the upside, potentially. Though that doesn't necessarily agree with what's most obvious for Bitcoin at the moment. So take that for what you will. I think that's enough for today. Link is over 30, always good. I said that in the video last week. I like link over 30, and just say that mainly because I own what I feel is a decent amount of that, so I just like it, just like to see it over 30 bucks. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it for today. So big things to take away from this were Coinbase trade. It's coming up. It's happening. This is going to be good. You guys don't care about those other equities. Maybe you care about Tesla. If you're already in it, based on last week's video and the updates to the Discord, I told you how I've dealt with it, and what I kind of really actually expect to happen. So remember that. It looks like it's 3 waves off the bottom, probably going for another low. So you could choose to take profit if you'd like. At the very least, just don't lose money on that. I mean, such a nice reaction. Oh, I promised to show the Bitcoin trade. It was a Bitcoin trade that I kind of fucked up. Or I didn't fuck up. Well, I definitely fucked it up because I fucked it up because I called for it and then I completely missed the entry because my kids woke up. But what that was is basically, I'll just, instead of redrawing it, let's just go over here. Said something like this would be a little bit juicy. And of course it did this exactly. Didn't quite get to target though. So it didn't get to target, but if I had been in the trade, I would have taken profit anyway when it was basically resting. I like to say call it take the pop, especially on the lower time frame trades. This is like 15-minute chart. I think I've scoped it on like 5 though. No, it's 15. But especially on lower time frame trades, I've been calling it take the pop. You know, if you call a pivot perfectly and it happens, but it happens like this, I just take the profit because shit like this. And yeah, that's you guys get a lot of good information in these free freaking videos. I hope the few of you that aren't subbed to the Discord do appreciate it when you get this juicy good information publicly. But yeah, take the pop. If you're a trader, and if you're watching these videos, you're a trader, or you want to be, take the pop, because the target was not quite met, right? So the target was, let's see, the target was here, not quite met. You get leave a little money on the table, right? And if you're one of those people that think you're a trader and then it goes here and you sell and then it keeps going up and you're mad that you've stuck to your trade plan and you made full profit on on a full entry, you're not a trader. You gotta think about that. If you had a trade like this and you take the pop, you can't be mad either, even if it keeps going. You just gotta have a philosophy and stick to it. That's one of my philosophies, that if I had been in this trade, but I wasn't because my kids woke up and took my time, I would have taken the pop. Yeah, so I guess that'll be it for today, boys. All right, I hope you enjoyed. This will be public. Don't know when the next time you guys are gonna get one, so be sure if you do like it, leave a comment, because I promise you those things make me more inclined to post them publicly. All right, 2 down.